It's super murky still, and looking closely at the camera, you can see a little bit of drizzle right there on the lens. Nothing too exciting, but we are looking at a lot of moisture in the air, and some of that will come to fruition as a couple of showers throughout the night, but nothing too widespread or too heavy. I just want you to have the heads up. Now let's talk about temperatures, because with the cloud cover, with the wind coming out of the east, they are far below average. Most of us only getting to the mid 60s today, where we should be in the mid 70s for highs this time of year. Providence right now at 65, the same in Smithfield, 64 for Westerly, Newport at 64 degrees, and 65 in New Bedford. Cloudy the whole way through, kind of like a pea soup day where you feel the moisture in the air and it's just really thick outside. Now overnight tonight, that really doesn't change much. Again, a stray shower or two as we head through the evening and into the early hours of tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid and upper 50s and some fog as well. So if you are heading out, if you're getting in the car late tonight or very early tomorrow, just be careful behind the wheel. You guys know the deal. Low beams, low speeds when there's low visibility. Now let's talk about what else is happening here on satellite and radar, because this is just the beginning of what's going to be a bit of a soggy stretch in the next 36 hours. Now here close to home, there's not too much happening. Little bit of energy driving some showers out through parts of the Berkshires, even getting into parts of central Connecticut, but nothing here at home just yet. However, what I'm really watching for is the front that's moving through parts of the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes region right now. This area of low pressure is headed our way, and it is going to drive some heavier rain and even the potential of a thunderstorm or two as we head through the first half of the day tomorrow. Let's start with this. As we get into the very early hours of Tuesday morning, just after midnight again, you can see those little Dippin' Dots of moisture, but then as we get into tomorrow morning, that's when stuff gets a little more rambunctious, we'll say. Our front gets closer. We have the warm front coming through first and the cold front late in the day, but that warm front is just enough with all the moisture in the air that we could put down some decent rainfall with some of these storm cells here. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Expect some heavy rain tomorrow, some thunder and lightning. Thankfully, we're not looking at severe weather with this system. However, I wouldn't be surprised if you had some gusty winds at times, but the big thing here is the heavy rain, some ponding on roadways and in parking lots possible. As we move through the rest of the day, we get a little bit of a break in the late afternoon and early evening, but then the later evening, that cold front comes through, perhaps a shower and even some heavy rain possible later tomorrow night. Temperature wise, we're still below average tomorrow. Most of us in the mid to upper 60s, a couple spots like Providence, for example. I think you'll reach the low 70s, 71 for Providence, high temperature tomorrow, 66 in Newport, 66 in Westerly, and 70 for New Bedford as we get into our Tuesday afternoon. Now, the other thing I want you to notice, I've been talking a lot about the moisture, is our dew point trend. It stays pretty muggy for a little while longer. It has been muggy, and as you can see, the next couple of days, a little more of the same, but then the dew points drop off a little midweek, and I have to tell you, things get really interesting as we move to Wednesday and Thursday. Now, I think I'm going to have to choose Thursday for my pick of the week. It's still a little bit muggy on Wednesday, but look how temperatures actually explode as we get into the middle of the week. We go from the 60s and low 70s to the low and eventually mid 80s as we get to Thursday. How about it? And this is why I'm choosing Thursday, because listen, I like cooler temperatures. I like cooler weather, but I also know that I'm kind of the minority in that sense, that I feel like a lot of people are just begging for a nice summer day. And Thursday's it. It's not going to be very muggy. Temperatures in the low 80s, beautiful sunshine. I mean, not telling you to play hooky, but if you did, I wouldn't blame you. I'd